Hi there. We are going to make a tea light candle holder out of these coaster molds. I mixed up 10 ounces of craft resin, epoxy resin. It's a 1-to-1 clear, crystal clear resin. I like it for anything where I'm going to have clear items. It also has great UV protection. I've made tea light holders with this and put them on my deck, and they're hit with light and they don't yellow like other brands. So I'm also going, two of the things, actually let's do these two, are going to be clear with flowers. So that's why I really want to use this resin. And let's go ahead and get those poured. Now, I'm going to pour these. I see something in my mold. And then I'm going to wait 2 hours. I'm going to wait for them to become tacky. And then I'm going to put my flowers in them. I like doing the flowers this way because then I know the flowers won't move. And I can also then just go ahead and apply my second layer, and I don't get a line between the two because you have to let the resin still be tacky when you pour the next layer on, or else you get that dividing line. All right, so in these, just doing clear, and I just want it enough to cover the bottom, just to coat the bottom. A little bit more here, because I do need to put another layer on these, so I don't want to use too much. So let's just go ahead and spread it around with the stick. And then I can go ahead and even out. And that's all that we're doing so far to them, to those. Now, I love these mica powders. There is a cobalt blue in that set. There's all sorts of colors in that set, but this cobalt blue is very pretty. Now, I'm not going to use a ton of it because I do want it to still be transparent. I do still want light to come through. I got my gloves in the way and couldn't open the bag. So I am just going to take a few scoops, maybe 3. Actually, let's do just 2, and we'll stir it up and see how it looks. If I add too much, then it starts to become more solid, less transparent, and I don't want that. And in the panels that I'm doing this, there's 2 sides, a bottom. I forget why I'm doing 6. I think I meant to only do 5. Well, I'll do all of them anyway. That way we can put a top on it if we want. I don't usually do a top because then it stops the light from the top and it's not as easy to put the candle in and out. But you can also do it so that I do it so that there's a bottom piece and sides. But you could also do it so that there's a top piece and sides. Whatever works for you. You can also do the top and bottom and then attach them, the top, with magnets. They sell them on Amazon. And that's a super cool way to do it because then you could take the top on and off. I did that with some other boxes that I turned into tissue boxes. Because you know, when you pull the tissue out, you don't want it to come out completely. All right, so just want, I probably have more resin than I need because I always over pour, but I could always do something else with it. I'm just gauging by how fast it's filling the molds, if it needs more. And I am trying to do them somewhat even. If I can get them the same thickness, if at all possible. I have a tiny bit left. I'll find something to do with that. All right, so now, because I want these to be super clear, I am going to take my heat gun and blow any bubbles out that I just created. I'm going to turn it on, let it warm up. All right. That is it for now. We'll be back in 2 hours to do our flowers in the one side. I think this color is cool with that. I think that'll look good. All right, we'll be back. All right, we're back to lay our flowers. When I touch the resin, it's gooey, kind of comes up a little bit, but then it goes back down in, and that lets me know that it's ready for me to do the flowers. So I went ahead and picked out some flowers that I wanted to use in a basic design. Once I lay these down, I'm not going to be able to move them because the resin is gooey. So where they go has to be where they go. I am tapping them down to get any air pockets out. But usually I find when I do this method, I don't usually have any issue with air pockets. Let's see. You know, those pesky bubbles that we get. Let's see. Ooh, what do I want to do? I debated doing more flowers, but I think this is plenty. I do, like I said, want to see light coming through. And I'm doing them in threes, simply because I had someone once tell me that design-wise, 3 is aesthetically pleasing. So that's why I picked 3s, in case you're wondering. I'm trying to shift these slightly. Away from the edge. I have to be very careful because if I yank them too hard, I'll rip the flower. All right, now the next one. Just wiping off my things. Oh, did I put these the right way up? Let's see, I did. So I'm gonna do, oops, don't touch, don't touch. I usually try to tap from the center outward. All right, let's see. Now I'm always like, I do this and I'm like, oh, I want to add more. I want to add more. Let's see if I could find something I would like to add in any of these. I won't have 3 of anything, I don't think. But I'm going to mess it up. I'm leaving it. I'm going to leave it. Leave it as is. I just wanted some stuff. This one might be too close. The longer they set in here, the harder they are to move. They become even more fragile. All right, so now they're in. I have 3 ounces of resin. I'm going to take and pour on top of the flowers. I don't want it to, want to try to avoid it going up underneath the leaves. I do think I pressed them down pretty good, so I shouldn't be worried, but you just never know. All right. Looks like I tapped them all down really well. The way I know if they're not tapped down is that they'll float back up, which is why I wait, why I make sure it's tacky before I do this, is so that they're stuck in place. All right, that is it for now. I'm gonna give them a few minutes and then I may either do an alcohol spray or hit them with my heat gun, but I don't want to warm the resin too much, so I'm going to use caution. All right, we'll be back for the next step. All right, we are all hardened, and they're just like we'd expect them to be. They're still a little soft because they're thin, but I wanted to kind of show you my thought process. I'm not going to put it all together while we're together because it's going to take some time. So basically, I'm going to connect them like this using UV resin and my UV resin light. So that's pretty much it. I'm using the Craft Resin light because it's big and I can set it on the side a little bit and direct it to where I want in a large area. But you can pretty much use any UV light that you want. I am using Craft Resin's UV resin, hard resin. I also just purchased their bonding UV, but I haven't gotten it yet. I debated waiting till I got it to use this, but we're just gonna go with this for now. So we'll be back when I have it put together.